What's up, Zelda fanatics? HMK here. I just want to remind you guys that I'm holding a big Zelda Breath of the Wild giveaway. I'm giving away 3 copies. If you want to learn how, check out the link in the description box below. Make sure to subscribe, and let's get into today's video. Sup peeps, HMK here once again, and Nintendo is at it again, and for the first time they're showing us concept art of a person, a Hylian, other than Link. And here we have a worker, that's what they stated on the Facebook page, a concept art for a worker in Hyrule in Breath of the Wild. Now, we can obviously tell this guy probably works at the stable, the Horsehead Ranch, or the Horsehead Lounge, or whatever in Breath of the Wild. And a lot of people's like, oh, are those llamas on his jacket? Probably not. Those are horses. As much as they look like llamas, those are horses. And you can see that the entirety of this guy's dress code and his motif is that of, I would say, a cowboy or someone who rides and rents out horses. You can see that on his boots he has spurs. On his belt you can see a horseshoe, and of course on the top of his hat you see what looks like what appears to be horse ears on the top of his hat. In the corner of the concept art you can see that there's a person, or I should say 2 people here at a desk. One is at the desk and one's standing next to the desk. And as we can see from the hats that are being highlighted in red, it seems that these are 2 different people from the concept art that we see here. The guy with the smaller heart is the person that we see the most of the intricate designs of his belt and his shoes. That's the dude with the smaller hat. But then here we see someone with a bigger red hat, and it looks like that's going to be the person at the desk renting out horses at the Horsehead Ranches or the Horsehead Stables. And this person is the guy that we see below that little piece of art that has that long hat. It seems to be the captain or the main manager of this Horsehead Stable. I truly believe that these are workers at the Horsehead Lounge or the Horsehead Stable. You know, I'm giving these names. It doesn't really have an official name. The Horsehead Outpost, whatever. You can see that the entrance area or the desk area seems to show a bit of design in it, even though it's hard sketches. But if we compare it over to what it looks like in-game, then we can see a little bit of those motifs. Like in the frame surrounding the desk, you can see that there's these little symbols or these little markers that, you know, encompass the top half of that frame. You can see that right here of the in-game version of the Horsehead Outpost. So yeah, when you put 2 and 2 together, you can obviously tell that these guys work at the Horsehead Outpost. They probably rent out horses, or you probably can park your horse, when I'm saying park your horse, but let your horse rest at these outposts, and even buy or trade horses. But one thing I like to point out is that, man, in all this design, you see that these guys are Raggedy Andy as fuck. You can see that their shirts have mad stitching, their boots have mad stitches, so it seems that they had to gather up cloth together in order to make their garments. And it truly shows that this world of Hyrule is a post-apocalyptic one. I mean, it wasn't even this bad in the Wind Waker, but you can see right here that these materials are probably scarce, and they have to try and weave together as much as they can. And you can see the different types of patterns in their hats. You can see right away that these things were not meant to be put together, or they weren't designed in total to be a hat. You know, they just probably took anything they could, any type of cloths, and they stitched them together into a hat. So these are the 3 things that we gathered from here. This is the first time we're seeing concept art of a human other than Link. We can see that these people obviously work at the Horsehead Outpost, and these are what they're going to look like when you're dealing with the horses there. And you can see that this truly is a post-apocalyptic world in how raggedy their clothing are and how they have to stitch together their shirts, their hats, everything. And it makes it apparent in this concept art. All in all, I am really digging the style of Breath of the Wild, and I'm really excited to see what they do with more concept arts and more artwork and more art styles in this game. And, you know, depending on how they handle this might be my favorite art style of all Zelda games, and it's really getting there. But I want to know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, and if I missed anything, in the comment section below. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more Breath of the Wild and Zelda videos. So until the next one, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.